new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Alright, hopefully I have enough data to stream right now.
A
It's
new
not
severe
showing that it's
thunderstorm
doing
warning
very
has
good.
been issued.
But it's showing that I'm live. So yeah, right now I'm tracking storms, and sorry I don't have a way to make my alerts only for the Hamfest area, which is going to be the area near Xenia, which is to the southeast of Dayton, about a county southeast of Dayton.
New information. This severe
I'm not sure how good of data I'm going to have, but I'm going to try. So here's Xenia right here. This is where Hamvention is. Looks like I'm locked up, at least on my phone. That's what I'm seeing on my phone right now. So that's not good.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
But so where me and Jeremy are is we are to the south of Xenia, between Xenia and Wilmington.
This severe thunderstorm warning has
and
been
really
updated.
right now, it doesn't look, nothing really looks too crazy. There's a severe thunderstorm warning right now. This could just be my phone preview not working.
Warning has been updated.
I can't tell though. Severe thunderstorm warning though right now until 9:30 p.m. for Butler, Warren, Northwestern, Clinton County, Greene, and eastern Montgomery County. And Greene County is, of course, where Dayton Hamvention is.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
And the hazard is going to be 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and $half size hail. As far as tornado threat goes, we do have a tornado watch in effect until I believe it was 3 a.m. And there's still some more storms after this. Back into Indiana, but our severe thunderstorm or our tornado watch goes until 3 in the morning here for the area surrounding Dayton Hamvention. So looks like if you're trying to go out and do a POD activation tonight, odds are that's probably not going to happen, just because it's going to rain a good chunk of the night. And even if it's not raining and you're able to get out, just definitely be on alert, because storms could form at any time, either out ahead of this, or the storms eventually will move out of the Indianapolis area into the area near Hamvention. I'm trying to watch comments as well. I'm trying to watch the comments section as well, so if you guys have any questions, put them in there and I'll try to answer them. But as far as it goes right now, it's a hail and damaging wind threat right now, not so much tornado threat. That, you know, again, we do have a tornado watch until 3 in the morning, so that could change. But for the most part, it looks like a wind threat right now.
New information. This severe thunderstorm.
Just kind of watching this area, kind of near Beaver Creek, for any rotation, because it does kind of have like a classic supercellular look to it here. But there's nothing really indicating rotation right now. Just judging off that, the reds and the greens aren't really touching each other. So right now, if there is some rotation in there, it would be fairly broad. Just trying to get back to check watches and warnings real quick. I think it's this one. I believe it's either this one or the other one. Nope, it's not that one. I forget which National Weather Service chat I need to be in. But yeah, like I said, I'm watching the storm to the east of Dayton. It's kind of moving northeast of Xenia, but I know there's some parts up there to the north of Xenia that some people are likely staying at for Hamvention.
A new severe thunderstorm warning.
And again, as I said, if you have any questions, put them in the chat and I'll try to answer them.
I'm watching the chat.
A new radar.
Does the video look decent?
Having issues getting enough data to stream.
I put that earlier.
Okay. Yeah, the video is.
A new severe
that you can. It's still going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Jeremy's trying to watch the chat for me while I'm doing live coverage. In the last radar frame, it does kind of, the rotation area kind of does come up just a touch, but it's nothing really too concerning. It's more than likely right now just a wind threat. it's kind of almost, this leading edge of this part of the storm is kind of almost bowing out a little
New
bit.
information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
But it's certainly still something to watch. Definitely some 60 mile an hour wind and hail. And if you're to the south of Xenia,
New information. This
between
severe
Fort William and
considerable
Xenia, there is a
thunderstorm
possibility
warning has
of
been
some
updated.
hail. Let me look at this text on
A
this
new severe thunderstorm
warning real
warning
quick.
has been issued.
See what it says. This is Butler, Clinton, Greene, Montgomery, and Warren counties here in Ohio till 9:30 p.m. Again, that's for 60 mile an hour wind and half-dollar size hail. So not really necessarily large hail, but severe hail. Could cause some minor damage to vehicles and that sort of thing, but it's certainly, you know, could be bigger. You know, we're not talking baseballs or golf balls, anything like that right now for the time being. And again, tornado watch does remain in effect again until 3 a.m. here
This
in
severe
Ohio.
thunderstorm warning has been updated.
And I just lost my chat on OBS. So again, if anybody watching has any questions, feel free to ask. Let's see. It does look like maybe the hook is, or not necessarily the hook, but this part of the storm here might be trying to form a mesocyclone a little bit. It's getting a little bit less of a bowing shape and more towards almost a hook shape. So that's just something to note again. No tornado warnings as of yet on these storms. The parameters definitely are there though tonight. But luckily with getting this, luckily with this rain that we're getting right now, it's going to kind of cool things down. And since we don't have the daytime heating anymore to help the atmosphere recover, our tornado threat will be a little bit lower for the overnight. So that's good news here for the Xenia, Wilmington, Dayton area. So they probably just had some pretty heavy rain and maybe even a little bit of hail mixed in go through the Dayton area back towards the 4 days in May event and that Holiday Inn where everybody's staying out there. Probably had a little bit of hail go through there, a little bit of rain. Nothing too crazy though, probably some 60 mile an hour winds were certainly possible as well. Just trying to get back in the National Weather Service chat real quick so I can check and make sure there's no warnings that I've missed getting issued for our area. Bear with me 1 second. Yeah, so they're continuing the severe thunderstorm warning. It's again for 60 mile an hour radar indicated wind and 3/4 inch hail, which is about half-dollar size. They canceled Miami, Montgomery, and Shelby counties in Ohio. They're continuing Champaign, Clark, Greene, Logan, Madison, Union counties till 9:45. Let's see. Just trying to look and see any spotter reports of any damage or anything. I'm not seeing any. We are under a, I believe it's an enhanced for where we're at right now, here for Dayton Hamvention. Just trying to pull that up. So yeah, there's a moderate down a little bit closer to Cincinnati, but it's an enhanced risk for most of us, and a 10% hatch tornado risk, which means there's the possibility of one or two, if a tornado does occur, it could potentially be strong. The parameters are there for that, but again, right now we're not seeing anything that looks necessarily tornadic, but I'm still watching this hook or the storm. It's kind of looking like it's getting a little bit more organized again to the north of Xenia. So if you're staying somewhere north of Xenia for Hamvention, certainly something to watch. As this kind of moves off to, I believe, the northeast. It's moving more northeast, so places to the north of Xenia. Certainly, again, something to watch. It's getting more of that couplet shape. New severe thunderstorm watch, or excuse me, severe thunderstorm warning for 60 mile an hour winds, 1 inch hail for Clark, Clinton, Fayette, Greene, Highland, Madison, Pickaway, Ross, Warren counties in Ohio till 10. And then I'm not sure where this is, but if this is anywhere near this area. It's New Bremen, Auglaize County, Ohio. Reported severe thunderstorm wind damage, tree down, and gutter blown off a house. Time was estimated from radar about 8:35 p.m. So that was probably further to the west and maybe to the north.
Has been issued.
Probably this stuff up to the north, if I had to guess. Or back when it was near Eaton. Or even toward Hamilton. Like I said, I don't really know the counties here very well. I know Montgomery County is where Dayton is, and Greene County is where Zinnia is. That's the extent of what I know about the geography of Ohio. And again, we're continuing to watch, and it does look like it's continuing to get a little bit more organized in the last couple of scans. Velocity does not show any insane rotation or anything like that right now, but it's certainly something to watch. Again, this starting to get more of a hook shape now, and like I said, it's just something to watch. So if there's going to be any chance of this thing producing a tornado, it would be to the north of Zinnia. This is where your hook would be starting to form, but again, I'm not seeing much of a velocity right now. There could be a little bit of very broad rotation. If I can get my pen tool to work, it would be... Yeah, it's pouring down rain right now. Y'all are hearing that. So if there was some rotation, it would probably be there, but that's very broad. It's not really time to get concerned until you start to see the reds. I mean, it's something to keep a heads up on, or a close eye on, just in case it does start to form. And we've seen several tornadoes back into Indiana that produce tornadoes rather quickly. So it's just, like I said, a good idea to have a plan in place. Don't panic. Have a plan, and you know, just ride the storm out. Like I said, don't be outside poding. If any of your buddies are out to the north of Zinnia poding, I mean, there's been a little bit of lightning in some of these, so thanks, Mark. We greatly appreciate it. Yeah, we're at Cedar Lake State Park between Zinnia and Wilmington. It is pouring down rain here right now. Just like I said, continue to keep that. And it looks a little bit more broad in the last scan, but there's still a little bit of a... You can still see there's a little bit of faint rotation in there, but it's, like I said, not really anything too concerning. It doesn't look like the storm is really all that organized. You can hail core is more down here and not really up here. So the hail core is a little bit more displaced from where the mesocyclone would be if this was really a healthy storm. But it could also be going through more of like a cyclic phase, or this could even be trying to evolve more into a linear type storm, a linear type of a situation. Just kind of, like I said, judging off where the hail is, and you kind of have these storms kind of getting ready to almost merge together right here. It looks kind of like it's more of a messy storm mode. It's not really anything organized, but you can still get tornadoes depending on the atmospheric conditions with the amount of shear and that kind of stuff. You can still get tornadoes out of that. It's just a lot harder. The storm has to work a lot harder to actually produce that. But again, we do have a tornado watch in effect. So even with the severe thunderstorm severe thunderstorm warning, there is always that possibility that a tornado could be produced. And it does continue to kind of weaken in the last few radar scans as well. So again, the hail, it looks more of a heavy rain and hail threat. Places to the south of Yellow Springs towards Clifton, to the north of Zinnia. So right now we're kind of seeing it along, I'm not sure what highway this is that runs out of Zinnia.
New information. This special warning has been updated.
Trying to look and see, I don't see any highway markers on that. So whatever highway this is that runs to the north out of Zinnia toward Yellow Springs, but really between Yellow Springs and Zinnia, it looks like it's more of a hail and heavy rain right now. And the same thing to the southeast of Zinnia where we are right now. It's hail, really more rain, heavy rain right now. And not really, Highway 68, yeah. So along Highway 68, could be a little bit of hail mixed in there, but right now I think that's mostly just the hail because it's, it's more just these magenta colors here, and not, when you start to kind of get those, the blacks and the whites, that's usually where your hail is. And if I switch over to a precipitation depiction, just to double check that with that, I mean, really, it's again when you start to see the blacks get mixed in there, that's where you kind of get a little bit concerned with the hail.
Thunderstorm warning has been issued.
But we're not really necessarily seeing that right now. Just gonna look at the base velocity real quick and see
New information.
kind of what that
This
looks like. See
severe
if there's any
thunderstorm warning has been
shear
updated.
that shows up in there. I don't see anything, and again, that storm is really weakening in that section that we were looking at. That kind of had that hook-looking shape to it. Didn't know if it was trying to organize and get the core more organized, but again, the core's really very much at this time. It's really kind of isolated away from like where you'd expect the mesocyclone to be. There's not really a mesocyclone on the storm. I mean, all these storms are going to spin, of course, just due to the shear that's in the. What was that?
Sounded like maybe hail.
It's not very
A
big
new
hail.
severe
It is.
thunderstorm
It's
warning
probably.
has been issued.
It's probably very small hail. Pennies.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
See anything?
Don't see any hail. All right, Jeremy says he doesn't see any hail out there right now. And again, we're at Caesar Creek, which is to the south of Xenia. And I know there's several other people out here staying at the same park. Hopefully this rain's going to be gone here soon. And we can throw a coax out the window and activate the park. Right now, if any of your buddies have vertical antennas out and they're trying to activate the park, I definitely would advise against doing that right now just with the lightning. Because, I mean, we've seen quite a bit of lightning in the last little bit here. Just want to check the comments again. I don't see any new comments. Last comment I saw was from Jeremy responding to Mark, letting him know where we're at, which is Caesar Lake State Park.
Tornado warning has been issued.
And the tornado warnings are going, I mean, again, these are for multiple different places. I don't have a way to control those. I just wanted to put those on, though, so you guys could see, what I'm looking at. I'm going to try to fix my radar scope window because I just realized that it's completely messed up and not fit to the screen at all. Because I'm using my laptop and I don't have my streaming set up, so everything's just kind of changed here. It's a little bit different when you're doing things in the field. So yeah, right now it's mostly just a heavy rain maker right now. But I know there's people staying really all over this area, you know, within a county or two from Hamvention. I just want to look back at that warning text again real quick. Severe thunderstorm warning goes until 10 p.m. and this is moving east at 50 miles an hour, currently located near Wilmington. Hazard's going to be 60 mile an hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail. And yeah, if there's anybody staying out at Hamvention tonight, camping out there, they're also getting some heavy rain, and but really I don't see any hail in that, and I don't see any tornadic threat in that at this time. And I just want to zoom out real quick and just kind of show you kind of the bigger picture. There's our storms right there. If I can switch back to the pen tool, this is the storms that we're dealing with right now. Down all the way extending down into Wilmington. But then after this, we've got possibly some more storms that move in later in the evening. This is going to be more overnight. Dang, that was a loud thunder. Rattled the window here. Not seeing the lightning though. Gotta kind of watch the stuff coming out of there tonight. Just a good way to have just a good reason to have a way to receive watches and warnings overnight tonight, because those storms back in Indianapolis have been a few tornadoes back there, and so it's just good to good to have a way to receive watches and warnings, whether that's
This severe
any
considerable
weather app that'll
destructive
alert
thunderstorm
you. Of course, your
has been
phone will
updated.
probably go off, your emergency alerts. So make sure that you actually have those turned on and not your phone's not
New
muted.
information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been
And
updated.
just a quick update as well, Choctaw Lake in Madison County. I'm not sure if that is also near here or not. Like I said, I don't know the
A
Ohio
new severe
counties too well.
thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Trading spotter reports thunderstorm wind damage, tree limbs down. So that's in Madison County,
A
Ohio.
new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Let's see. Just kind of trying
New
to
information.
jump
This
around and
severe
look
considerable
at this. The
destructive
velocity.
thunderstorm
None of these
warning has been
storms really
updated.
look like they're really tapping into anything that screams tornado
New
threat right
information.
now. Like I
This
said, it's
severe
mostly just a
thunderstorm
wind
warning
threat
has
right
been
now.
updated. A new considerable destructive thunderstorm
Yeah.
warning has been issued.
Let's see. What was just want to make sure
New
that was
information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
And I'm just going to kind of continue to track this really until it moves out of
New information. This tornado warning has been updated.
the Hamvention area.
New information. This severe considerable destructive thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Just kind of want to just stay with them and track them until it gets out of away
New
more away
information.
from
This severe
Hamvention.
thunderstorm warning has been updated. A new radar indicated tornado warning has been issued.
They're going to continue the severe thunderstorm warning, and it is it says a considerable severe
New
thunderstorm
information.
warning now
This severe thunderstorm warning
for
has been updated.
Clark, Clinton, Fayette, Greene, Highland, Madison, Pickaway, Ross, Warren counties in Ohio until 10 p.m.
A new
It's a
severe
considerable
thunderstorm warning
threat
has been issued.
due to 70-mile-an-hour wind and inch and a quarter size hail.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Looks like there's tornado warnings down in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex now too. So
Seriously?
yeah,
A new radar indicated tornado warning has been issued.
down near like Navarro counties.
This is in Burleson right now.
And the reason I'm not going through those tornado warnings is because if you're just joining, it's because I'm tracking the storms here that are right now near Hamvention. I mean, there's tens of thousands of people
New information.
in
This
town
severe
here in
thunderstorm
Zinnia, Ohio,
warning
which
has
is
been
pretty much
updated.
doubling the population right now, probably,
If not more.
if not more, of the
New
usual
information.
population of this
This
area.
severe considerable destructive thunderstorm
So I
warning
mean that's
has been
pretty big.
updated.
Oh, excuse me. When you're, when you're talking about that, a lot of people aren't from here and they don't have apps for the local stations and stuff on their phone.
Looks like that tornado's near Rice, Texas.
Near Rice, so that's in Hill County,
Is that?
close to Hill in Ellis County.
Yeah. Large hook echo.
Large Hook Echo. I might jump down there real quick because these aren't really doing a whole lot.
Right along 45.
I'll jump down there real quick. I just want to jump down there real quick to that, since that's in a pretty populated area.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Yeah, that does have a large hook echo on it. So this is down in Texas. This is south of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex near Rice, Texas. So if you know anybody traveling along I-45 and eventually towards places like, well, it looks like it's moving more southeast on these storms. So to the east of Corsicana,
Karen's,
excuse me, yeah, Cairns, Trinidad, that area. If you know any folks that live down that area or traveling down to that area, give them a heads up. Let them know places around I-45 and Highway 31 in Texas. If you know anybody down there, let them know that there is a tornado warned storm, and it does have a pretty impressive hook on it. I mean, there's your hook right there, and I just want to kind of compare this real quick to what we're seeing up here in Ohio, here near Hamvention. Your Harricore's up here, and your
A new
mesocyclones
severe
down here
thunderstorm
where I
warning
circled
has
the
been
hook.
issued.
That just kind of tells you these storms down to the south are much more organized than what we're dealing with here, up here in Ohio. Try to go back to here at Hamvention because I know some of you guys are tuning in. You know, since you probably just got rained on back in places like Dayton if you're staying at the Holiday Inn, or was it Holiday Inn or Hilton?
Holiday Inn.
Holiday Inn, yeah. You know, if you're staying at places like the Holiday Inn there, or you're at 4 days in May, you got a little bit of rain, and right now you're not under the severe thunderstorm warning anymore, but places, if you're staying in any parks near Wilmington, Zinnia, Cedarville, New Jasper, Washington Courthouse, Leesburg, Sabina, and, you know, Greenfield, you're under severe
This
thunderstorm
severe
warning.
thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Considerable severe thunderstorm warning for damaging hail and winds, 70-mile-an-hour winds.
New information. This
Yeah, I can't stop yawning. It was a long day today, the Hamfest. Looks like there might be a little bit of this would be, let's see, radar's estimating about roughly 70 to 80 mile an hour winds. It could be oversampling it, but I mean, that's still pretty close to the ground. The radar is just to the south of Wilmington. It's saying 80 miles an hour. So if you're staying down near Wilmington, just heads up that you could get some pretty strong winds there. And if you're in a camper, if you're staying in a camper out there, any of the state parks, kind of in the line of this storm, and if I back it up a little bit, let me kind of look at the storm motion on it.
Look at the motion just southwest of us, east of Lebanon.
East of Lebanon.
New
Okay.
information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been
Let me look
updated.
at the storm real quick. This is moving, it looks like more to the, it's not showing up, or it's not zooming out. Well, it does look like the velocities have picked up on that too, a little bit. So just a heads up, it's moving almost more due east towards Wilmington, so there very likely could be a damaging wind event coming into Wilmington here in the next little bit. And what were you talking about, the storm near Lebanon?
Yeah, due east of Lebanon. I think that's what you're looking at.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. Radar's indicating, this is actually probably sampling. This will probably sample closer to miles an hour if I had to guess when you start to get those
A new
deeper blues.
radar indicated tornado
It's showing
warning has been
possibly
issued.
95-mile-an-hour wind near Wilmington, west of Wilmington. That's very strong wind if that's
A new
true.
destructive thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Yeah, that's approaching hurricane force winds.
New information. This tornado warning has been updated.
Just trying to look at the thing that was going off there. I'm not sure why it was ringing like that. Oops, turned off the wrong radar scope. I just want to show you guys more of what's going on there. Let's see. Excuse me. So yeah, again, if you're in a camper down near Wilmington area, you need to get out. You need to get out. I don't know if there's any parks down there or not. I don't know if Jeremy can.
Cowan Lake State Park's down towards that way.
Is it a long highway? It's the highway that runs east to west through Wilmington. Is where's Cowan Lake?
In the path.
In the path of that storm, yeah. So if you're at Cowan Lake State Park, I'm just gonna pull up.
That's where we were last year.
Yeah, that's where we stayed last year. All right, we should be back now. We should be back now. I had just lost. Lost data from my phone, and it's now back. So again, damaging wind event likely occurring right now at Cowan Lake State Park. So if there's anybody out there, if you know anybody out there, they need to be taken. Could actually be seeing a little bit of Wilmington. trying to check and make sure, see if there's any state parks down near the Midlands.
Considerable destructive thunderstorm warning has been
Kind of
updated.
where this would be located. This would be located along 68. It doesn't look like it, but I don't know. There could also be some
A
RV
new
parks down
severe
there.
thunderstorm warning has been issued.
So if you know anybody camping down, could be a little bit of broad rotation right now. Southeast of Wilmington's up. No tornado warning on that right now. But if it continues to intensify, there could be a tornado warning issued down there. So if you know anybody down there,
New warning has been
pretty
updated.
quickly, especially in places moving to the northeast. This is going to be probably along, looks like
New information.
Highway
This
28,
severe
moving
thunderstorm
toward Highway
warning has been
73.
updated.
What is this road right here? Doesn't tell me what road this is.
A new severe
So between Highway
thunderstorm
28
warning has
and,
been
or
issued.
Highway 68, Highway 73, and Highway 28, if you know anybody kind of in this little triangle area, really south of Wilmington,
New information.
well, that didn't
This tornado
draw how I
warning
wanted
has
it
been
to.
updated.
Really along Highway 28 up to Highway 73 to
New
68.
information. This
Could be a
severe
tornado
considerable destructive thunderstorm warning
that
has
could
been
possibly
updated.
develop in there. Again, broad rotation right now, but just want to give everybody a heads up. There's a lot of spin in the atmosphere,
new
a lot of
severe
shear,
thunderstorm warning
and
has been
that
issued.
it's, tornado much time on this one storm right now, just because there's other storms
A
going
new
on, and I want
considerable
to
destructive
check in on them real
thunderstorm
quick.
warning has been issued.
Since there's people camping literally all over the areas surrounding Dayton, it looks like this is really the
A
only
new
severe storm though right
thunderstorm
now.
warning has been issued.
So that's some good news if you're here for Dayton Hamvention. Most of the severe has passed Dayton and
information.
points south
This
of
severe
there.
thunderstorm
There's a
warning
couple
has been
new
updated.
storms going up to the north of Cincinnati, so if you're staying in places, again, places
A
like
new
the Lebanon
severe
and Wilmington
thunderstorm
area are
warning
going to
has
be in the
been
line of
issued.
fire again, it looks like. If these storms continue moving at their same rate. And again, that would
Warning.
include
A new special marine warning has been issued.
that would include eventually places like Cowan Lake State Park again. So just a heads up to anybody staying out there. We could see a additional damaging wind, hail, and potential tornado threat as well down there. Excuse me. So back over to radar again. The wind's pretty much on top of the radar site right now. It looks like it's probably already past Caesar Creek State Park, not Caesar Lake, excuse me.
New information. This severe considerable destructive thunderstorm warning has been updated.
And that area of broad rotation I was watching, kind of, at least according to velocity, and again, we're so close to the radar site that kind of messes with things a little bit. Makes it kind of hard to see sometimes. It does look like there is, at least in reflectivity, it looks like there's a bit of a, but there's not really any crazy rotation that shows up, at least on velocities, that really correlates with, so that's some good news right there, but again,
New information. This tornado warning has been updated.
again. Alright guys, I'm back, and hopefully my connection's a little bit more stable now. I changed a quick setting, had to drop my bit rate down, and again, we have horrible cell service here right now.
New information. This severe considerable destructive
What's that?
thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Yeah, Jeremy's too cheap to get Starlink. So I dropped the bit rate down. Hopefully that's going to make things a little bit easier to see. Just kind of trying to look and see what we got going on here. I'm trying to also check and see, is there any state parks out ahead of this? Or Caesar Creek's where we're at, excuse me. Cowan Lake is where we're at. I got a little bit confused. So
Caesar Creek's where we're at. Cowan Lake's where we're at.
yeah, Cowan Lake. Yeah, Caesar Creek State Park is where we're at right now. Cowan Lake down near Wilmington. That was the one that was in the line of fire. So I hope everybody up there was able to get to shelter and find a safe place to go. New severe
New
thunderstorm warning
information.
for Fayette,
This severe
Union, Wayne
considerable
County, and
destructive
Indiana.
thunderstorm warning has
I
been
don't know
updated.
why that's coming through on this. I guess they are in the same National Weather Service office, but that's probably that. I mean, that's likely just to the west, I believe. Of here it is. So that's kind of on the. That's about 2 counties away from the border of Indiana and Ohio. So just a heads up there. We got more storms coming in behind these, and just because the atmosphere is just due to the other parameters that we have. Yeah, it's a little bit rain cooled out here. I don't know what the temperature is right now. I'm showing 73 on my watch. So I'm not sure how much it actually cooled down the air. I haven't stepped outside yet to look. We don't have a weather station on the car. But so that's kind of the broad view again. So let me just look at these storm reports. 51 mile an hour wind gusts to the north of Huber Heights. So don't know if there's any parts up there north of Dayton near Huber Heights or not. I'm gonna look. That would be along I-70.
A new severe thunderstorm
There
warning
is
has been issued.
Sycamore State Park. I don't know if they have camping there. So hopefully, if anybody was staying out
New
there, if
information.
there's camping
This
out
severe
there, hopefully
thunderstorm warning has been updated.
everybody was taking shelter. And then again, there's another one, Great Council State Park to the north of Xenia. Don't know if there's camping there as well, but if there was, or if there is, I hope everybody's okay. There's several state parks around these areas. That's making this such a much more dangerous situation because all of these parks are pretty much booked out for Dayton Hamvention. Almost all of them are booked out
New information.
for
This
Dayton
tornado
Hamvention,
warning
so that
has
makes
been
it a
updated.
much more dangerous situation when you've got tens of thousands of people in town adding to the
A new
population.
radar indicated tornado warning has been issued. New information. This severe considerable destructive thunderstorm warning has been updated.
It's kind of, again, this storm is really in
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning
really
has
in a
been updated.
tough spot to see. It's coming off being on top of the radar site.
New information. This severe considerable destructive thunderstorm warning has been updated.
This is coming off of the radar site.
A new severe
Like,
thunderstorm
it just
warning
passed
has
over the
been
radar
issued.
site. So, it's kind of hard
A
to
new
see right now.
considerable
Data's kind of
destructive thunderstorm warning
Data's
has been
kind of
issued.
spotty right now. And there could be a little bit of hail to the southwest of Sabina. Again, when we start to get these blacks in there, that's usually a good sign of hail. So we got possibly some hail there, and looks like maybe an increase in lightning too in the last few radar frames. So really down from Sabina to Highland, be watching for hail. Again, I'm going to check and see if there's any state parks over that way. Closer to Sabina, I want to check and make sure that we have any friends staying out there. Again, I don't have RV parks turned on here. This is just state parks. This is just me searching all the state parks in the area. I don't see any though. And it does look like there could be maybe a scatter spike here, which means this would be larger hail, kind of like from
New information. This
whatever the
severe
highway is that
considerable
runs through
destructive thunderstorm warning
Wilmington.
has been updated.
Highway 22 out of Wilmington down to Highland. Looked
New
like there was kind of
This
a
severe
hail spike
thunderstorm warning has been updated.
a little bit, which would have been indicative of large hail. Looks like in the last radar frame though, that has come down. So again, there could be large hail in this. I'm gonna check and see real quick if they have upped the hail size threat. This warning expires in 4 minutes. So I think this is the older warning. This one says 70 mile an hour wind and half-dollar size hail. I'm going to check this smaller warning though. That one says 4 minutes. 4 minutes severe thunderstorm warning. Maybe it'll work to let me. It's not letting me switch warnings here. trying to scroll. So both of these expire in 4 minutes and 3 minutes. I would be surprised if they did not reissue it. Just seeing the hail threat there, and even the wind threat, because the winds have kind of come back up a little bit. This other warning shows 70 mile an hour wind and half dollar size hail. So again, minor hail damage is possible with the storm. And again, that's going to be in this area where we have this lighter pink and some of that black kind of mixed in there as well. That's going to be kind of moving more to the east, but places from Sabina down to almost Leesburg. And let me just kind of sample this real quick. This is showing about 50 mile an hour wind here. Let me switch it back to,
A new considerable
well, that's our base
thunderstorm
velocity.
warning has been issued.
Let me look at storm relative real quick and look and see.
New information. This severe
Showing roughly the
thunderstorm
same
warning has been
wind
updated.
speeds as well. That looks like that's probably contamination back there behind it. I don't think that there would be that strong of winds behind it, unless that's sometimes with radar scope the velocity and the reflectivity are a little bit displaced from each other, but I kind of think that's more so what's happening right now. Sorry, I was checking another warning right now. So yeah, it sounds like Greg has us also live on his channel as well. So definitely appreciate you rebroadcasting,
New
Greg, so that
information.
we can
This
try to
severe considerable
keep
destructive
everybody
thunderstorm
updated. I
warning
mean, there's a
has
lot
been
of people
updated.
that are here that could be impacted by the storm. Again, tens of thousands of people are here in the Dayton area this weekend for Hamvention. So any way we can get the warning out to people,
New
we certainly want to do that
This
and make sure
severe
everybody's safe
thunderstorm
here.
warning has been updated.
And again, if you're watching and you're seeing spotty connection, that's because we
new
have
severe thunderstorm
very
warning
poor
has been
service out
issued.
here. Service is very limited out here. I'm trying to stream off my phone. My phone is my hotspot, and I've only got about 2 bars of LTE out here, so you'll have to bear with me. Hopefully what you guys are hearing is audible.
A new considerable destructive thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Hopefully it's audible for you guys.
A new radar indicated tornado warning has been issued.
Just trying to do some other
A new
they're
severe
checking.
thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Just trying to do some other checking here. Looking at other radars and stuff, and other sources of data. There is, it looks like I don't know if that's a hail report. That's going to be 3/4 inch hail that was reported back to the north of Wilmington. Looks like that severe thunderstorm warning may be allowed to expire. I would be surprised if they don't reissue it again, though. But we will see.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
It actually does look like they did reissue it. It just hasn't shown up yet. So considerable damage threat on this one. 70 mile an hour wind and a 1 inch hail for Clinton, Fayette, Greene, Highland, Madison, Pickaway, Ross counties in Ohio until 10:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And that's going to be the storm that we're looking at right now. That's east of Wilmington and east of Xenia. Yeah, so Clinton, Fayette, Greene, Highland, Madison, Pickaway, and Ross counties. And again, that's until, I believe it was 10:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And I'm trying to check the chat as well. Nothing new in the chat. Butler, Clinton, Warren County in Ohio, severe thunderstorm warning, 60-mile-an-hour wind, 1-inch hail until 10:45. So another new severe thunderstorm warning. I'm going to let this go just really until it clears the county that Wilmington's in. I'm going to let it clear there. I'm going to let it clear the county that Jeffersonville's in, because I'd imagine really storms are, or people are probably staying within about a county radius of Xenia, where Hamvention is held. I would imagine that people are probably staying that far. I mean, like I said, all these parks are really booked out for this event. They're pretty much all booked out. I mean, we had a hard time getting the spot we did here at Caesar Creek, so I can only imagine that pretty much all the parks are likely full.
Tornado warning has been issued.
Is it cool out there?
No.
No? It's still warm?
Unfortunately, no.
So yeah, Jeremy just did a human weather station and opened the door to the camper, and he says that it's still kind of warm out there. So that means that these storms that are behind this, coming out of Indiana here,
This severe thunderstorm warning has been
they'll have
updated.
some energy with them. They will have some energy with them.
A new severe thunderstorm
From an ASOS station, ASOS station, north of Dayton, so there could be some damage there. And then we have another severe thunderstorm warning that's coming up out of Indiana and into western Ohio here soon, the Eaton area. So just a heads up on that storm. And like I said, Jeremy just went out, human weather station, and checked. He said it's still warm and humid out there, so that means that there's still fuel for these storms as they head our way here, all of us here at Hamvention. So we still have a threat. Our threat's going to continue until the overnight hours right now, and it's about 10 o'clock right now here in Dayton. So just a heads up that this threat's not over yet. Like I said, I'm going to let this I'm going to continue to watch these until they get out of really the one county radius around Xenia, and then after that, I'm going to take and we'll see kind of how these storms play out as they move closer to Dayton here in the next little bit. So if I jump back on, I'll of course put out a. Make sure you have the notification bell turned on, especially for overnight tonight, and if any more storms go up, if it's safe for us, because we're staying in a camper as well, we will try to. I'll try to jump back on here and keep an eye on the storms as they roll through. Right now, though, it looks like that storm that I was talking about, it looks like it might go north of Dayton, which is good. But again, that still puts it near places like Springfield and Vandalia. North of Dayton, there's people that are probably staying in RVs up there as well. It's not just people staying in RVs to the south. So if you know anybody that is camping out here for Dayton Hamvention and you don't think that they may be tuned in for storms tonight, give them a heads up. Let them know that they need to have a way to receive watches and warnings.
This severe thunderstorm
Whether that be through the emergency alert system on their phone, make sure they have their notifications turned on, and make sure that maybe it's an app, some kind of weather app or something. Make sure that they have a way to receive watches and warnings tonight, especially if they're camping in a camper or a tent. If you're staying in a hotel, if it's non-tornadic, you're probably fine. Wind and hail, you're probably going to be fine. You might get some dents on the car if it's large hail, but if you're staying in a camper or a tent at a state park and you have a storm come through tonight, large hail and damaging winds could severely injure you potentially. So just keep an eye to the sky tonight for sure. Tonight's definitely the night you want to do that. Looking down toward the Leesburg area, just want to look at that a little bit. Looks like there could be some hail
New
north of
information.
Leesburg.
This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
But these storms have almost cleared whatever this county is to the southeast of
destructive
Xenia.
thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Just want to check. Severe thunderstorm
A
warning.
new considerable destructive thunderstorm
They've
warning
updated the
has been
text on
issued.
it. Considerable damage threat for 70-mile-an-hour wind and 1-inch
New
hail.
information.
And
This
they've
severe
canceled Greene
considerable
County, which is the
destructive
county
thunderstorm
that
warning has been updated.
the Xenia is in, where Hamvention
A
is
new
held.
considerable
They're
destructive
continuing Clinton,
thunderstorm
Fayette,
warning
Highland,
has been
Madison,
issued.
Pickaway, Ross counties until 10:45. And the severe thunderstorm warning for Fayette, Union, and Wayne
new
County has
radar
been updated,
indicated
and
tornado
Wayne County
warning
is
has been issued.
the only one left. And that's going to be that storm that's kind of straddling the Indiana and Ohio border. That's going to be this one back here near Richmond. And again, that's moving to the east.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Let's see. Just trying to make sure I'm checking everything, checking comments, stuff. If you got any comment or if you got any questions, feel free to ask here in the chat. I'll try and answer them. But really, at this point, if you're at Caesar Creek, it's just a heavy rainfall that you're getting right now. Maybe some wind, but certainly nothing like
New
you may have been
information.
getting earlier.
This tornado warning has been updated.
Certainly nothing like you guys may have been getting earlier. But again, this is moving out of that one county radius for the most part, at least. Hopefully it'll be the last time that I need to go live tonight.
Well, it's here. Chase is live on this channel.
Just trying to make sure my stream's keeping up.
Not as much.
And like I said, you guys might experience some buffering a little bit just because
A new
it's
considerable destructive thunderstorm warning has been issued.
you might experience some buffering here on the stream a little bit just because
New
we have
information.
portable service
This
here.
severe considerable destructive thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Took me forever to upload the videos that I uploaded today, so
Where did you put those?
New
not very
information.
good.
This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Inside or outside?
Flood advisory has also been issued for Clinton, Fayette, Highland, and Warren
A
counties in
new
Ohio
severe
until 1:15
thunderstorm
a.m.
warning has been issued.
Let me see if there's any cities listed on that. Don't see any cities listed on that, so I don't know where that is. And again, thank you to Greg for rebroadcasting this live stream and helping us to keep everybody up to date that's out here at Hamvention as these storms move through.
A new considerable destructive thunderstorm warning has
I
been
know
issued.
everybody's out here trying to enjoy Hamvention, but we definitely got to keep an eye. We definitely got to keep an eye on these storms tonight. New severe system warning for Delaware, Fairfield, Franklin, and Licking counties in Ohio until 11 p.m. It's going to be for 60-mile-an-hour wind and 3/4 inch hail. I'm just going to check this. They just issued a new area forecast discussion. The National Weather Service did, so I just kind of want to look at it real quick. Let me look at it. Near term. Now until 6 a.m. Saturday morning, scattered showers and thunderstorms continue to push east across the region over the next few hours. We have seen an overall weakening trend in the intensity and coverage with the storms and expect this trend to continue.
New
Lows tonight will be
information.
generally
This
on the lower
severe
30s.
thunderstorm warning
Or excuse
has
me,
been updated.
lower 60s. Lower 60s tonight. So yeah, they're seeing,
has been issued.
expecting storms to continue kind of this trend. Still could see some severe thunderstorms as we still have a severe or a tornado watch actually in the morning. So yeah, tomorrow in their area forecast discussion, they said trailing surface cold front will push through the region Saturday morning. In its wake, westerly winds will result to 25 to 35 miles an hour at times, with mostly sunny skies will allow high temperatures to rise to the upper 60s in the northwest and lower 70s in the southeast. So it looks like tomorrow's going to be a pretty nice day at Hamvention. Looks like it's going to be dry. It looks like we'll be drying out after storms come through tonight, so we likely won't have to worry about storms for hopefully the rest of Hamvention. Hopefully for the rest of Hamvention, we don't have to worry about storms. Storms continue again to push out of the one county radius that I've decided we're going to have. Just and again, really everything near Wilmington is pretty much just rain at this point. All that's going to be rain for the most part. Maybe a little bit of hail mixed in there, small hail. But really, the hail threat right now is to the northeast of Leesburg, right here, between Leesburg and Greensfield, and that's moving out to the east at about 50 miles an hour. So again, large hail there. And still some lightning with that, but really, again, it looks like we're drying out here in kind of where we're at, where me and Jeremy are. And for now, it looks like if you're in Montgomery County, where Dayton is, Greene County, where Xenia is, you're fine right now. So if it's dry enough to go out in Poto, you should be fine. Still down near Wilmington, I don't know what that county is. Whatever county Wilmington is, where Caesar Creek State Park is, or not Caesar Creek, excuse me, Cowan Lake State Park is. Still possibly some lightning down there.
A new radar indicated tornado warning has been issued.
I'm gonna check that real quick.
New information.
Looks
This
like that's
tornado
going to
warning
be
has
in
been updated.
Kentucky, so not here.
New information. This severe considerable destructive thunderstorm warning has been updated.
So again, thank you to Greg for rebroadcasting the stream so that we can help get the warning out to those of you also out here at Dayton Hamvention. You know, pretty important that people are tuned in to the weather. You know, when we have severe storms and people are out camping and in tents and campers, because you know, heavy winds and tornadoes can, you know, if you get caught in a camper or a tent in a tornado or heavy wind, strong winds, you could be seriously hurt. You know, campers and tents could absolutely be thrown in strong winds and tornadoes.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
And we certainly don't want that to happen. But really, the Wilmington area is pretty much, it's nothing like it was earlier. When you possibly got 50-mile-an-hour winds plus 70-mile-an-hour winds, something around that. Just kind of letting this go past, really past the Leesburg, Greensfield. These overall are starting to weaken, and all of these were a little bit more isolated a little while ago. They've kind of formed more of a linear. They've kind of got a little bit more linear, more organized. Again, still a tornado watch remains until I believe it was 3 a.m.
This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Let me double check the time real quick. yeah, until 3 a.m. So several tornadoes,
New
couple of intense
information.
tornadoes,
This
likely
tornado
widespread
warning
damaging
has
winds
been
and
updated.
significant gusts to 80 miles an hour. Scattered large hail and isolated very large hail events to 3 inches
A
in
new
diameter.
considerable
So
destructive thunderstorm
it's still
warning
possible
has been
overnight.
issued.
And again, we still got that severe thunderstorm to the west, which has now been warned into areas to the northwest of Dayton. Trying to see if I can switch to I'll switch to the terminal Doppler that they have up there out at the Dayton Airport. Powerful. It's not really showing a whole lot in that. So that's good news. That's good news. It's still severe though. Let me check
New
the
information.
warning text
This
on it.
severe considerable destructive thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Some lightning on that as well. But let me sample this warning box. That's for Drake, Miami, Montgomery, Preble, and Wayne counties. Severe thunderstorm warning for East Central Wayne County and East Central Indiana, Northern Preble County and West Central Ohio, Southern Dark County and West Central Ohio, Northwestern Montgomery County and West Central Ohio, and Southwestern Miami County and West Central Ohio until 11 p.m. Hazard 60-mile-an-hour wind, gusts, and quarter-size hail. So just a heads up there. Severe storm moving across the state line.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
But looks like there could be some hail moving in toward the Greensfield area. So I think that pretty much just winds, I think our threat's pretty much not winded down here, but it's kind of at a lull right now. Again, we still have more storms behind this possible, and you know, that cold front's still back there to the east of India. I don't know if I have station plots on this version of a radar scope. I don't have station plots on there, so I can't tell you guys what the winds are, but it's possible that the front is located from Muncie to Greensburg, Indiana, down to Louisville. So just a heads up there. We have more storms that could fire off, and it looks like more kind of firing off down toward the Connorsville, Indiana area, and all this will be moving. If any storms form out here, like it looks like is kind of happening, we could see a line develop here from roughly Greensville to Richmond, and this would eventually move in toward the Dayton area and the Xenia area as well. So certainly, again, something to keep an eye on and watch throughout the overnight.